Hi, this is Jim with SG Productions, and today we're going to be doing a little exploration of the Portland Hills. This is one of my favorite rides. You can see the little black dot running around this little pattern. This is my favorite hill ride. But first, before we head into the hills, we got to do some stretching. Before I head out for a bike ride, I'm all kitted up and I like to do some foam roll action. Make sure that my calves are good and stretched out. And then of course those tight quads have got to get a little stretched too before we can venture out onto the hills and get our groove on. So we're going to go ahead and get the bike ready, put some fresh water in the bottle, get the helmet on. You can see I've got my light flashing. I'm going to be all good and visible out there on the road. Got my GPS hooked up. Walking out the stairway, down the stairs, and start heading out on the bike ride. What we do here is go down Hall, turn left onto 14th, and this is a real-time descent. Right off the bat, we get to pick up some speed, head down the hill, and then begins the treacherous ride uphill. Left here onto Montgomery. We get to fast forward up this climb. As we head up Montgomery towards Vista, and the magic of editing gets rid of some dull points. And we speed along up to Vista. Originally, I'd kept this part of the clip at real time, and just not quite fast enough, so I've sped it up a little bit. We're speeding down Vista here, and I just wish I had a right panoramic view heading down the Vista Bridge, because that is such a spectacular view of Portland and Mount Hood. Right turn here onto Main Street, and then we're going to speed up again as we take a left and a right onto Salmon, and then head down Salmon, speeding along till we get to Broadway, where we will take a right turn and then head up Broadway and venture over to Terwilliger. Broadway, for those of you who commute on it regularly, know that those signals are just not very well timed for a cyclist. And, through the magic of editing, I thought I would have to fake some red lights, but I actually made them all until I got up here to the intersection of Broadway and 6th and something or other. But now we're heading on to Terwilliger, and then we're going to turn left here and head up the hill. Another magic of editing. I'm at the VA hospital, and now I'm at Westwood. Bypassed an awful lot of stuff going on there. However, this venture up Westwood is unedited. It's just sped up because it is such an interesting street with all the twists and turns and climbing and really bad pavement, but just a really neat climb, and just kind of enjoy it for a while. And of course, there's really great landscaping and beautiful homes along here, as well as people out walking their dogs or other cyclists out for rides. It's just a really good part of the climb, and the bad pavement still. So the GoPro really kind of flattens out things. What you don't see is how steep this part of the climb is. That is a really steep grade. But it leads to a very fast descent and then another climb real quick. And that's really a fun part of the ride. Okay, so no longer on Westwood. I'm now on Mitchell. And it goes up to Fairmont, where I will turn left. Follow Fairmont along. This is my favorite way of doing Fairmont. Great cycling and running destination for Portlanders. It's just such a beautiful loop. Very temperate in the summertime. There's a lot of trees that keep it very nicely shaded, so you're not having to deal with the heat of the day. We turn right here and head up to Council Crest, Talbot, and then we're climbing up Council Crest Drive. But you got to hit some leaves along the way because the city doesn't quite landscape things as well as they should. And there's another leaf for you to hit on your climb. But, every climb is worth its weight in gold, because as you continue climbing up the hill, you know that there's going to be a sweet, sweet reward when you get up to the top. And the reward is when we get to the top of Council Crest Park, get to take a victory lap and check out the view, but that was quickly lived. And now I'm heading back downhill, and this is such a great descent here. Just spectacular. It's beautiful, but it's also speedy, and some sharp turns, and just the adrenaline rush is awesome. All right, now Talbot, and then head back down and over to Fairmont. And so the rest of the loop here is equally as stunning and temperate, and just such a great destination when you're on a ride. I know several riders who will do this loop numerous times just because of the rush of being up high on the hill, and you've got some descents and some ascents. It's just really a great place to be on a bicycle. So here's something I do if you are coming along, there's a car behind you, there's a few places you can turn off. Just turn off and let the car pass. Just motion pass. And, cars are going to go faster than you, so let them pass. All right, we finished Fairmont, dropped down Talbot, and now we're on Humphrey, which was, at the time of this recording, freshly repaved. And let me tell you something, what a difference that made, because Humphrey was a pothole nightmare from hell. Hated riding on that street, and although I couldn't avoid it, I would never repeat it on a single ride. It was just so awful, but they've made it so much better. Now we're crossing over Sunset Highway, dropping down onto Canyon Court. Great little descent here. Follow it along. Just before you get to the zoo, we're going to take a left turn onto Highland Road and follow it up. This is a great little climb. There's a few points that it kind of flattens out a little bit, but all in all, just a great climb, great exercise, and after several descents, it's a nice realization that you're not quite through climbing yet. It's always one of my favorite points because I know up ahead that hedge indicates the end of the climb, but wait! There's still more climbing to be had. Left here onto Fairview will lead us to Skyline. Climb up it some more because we haven't done quite enough climbing yet. And then a left here on Barnes. Follow it along to 57. pretty sure it's 57, for some great descents. This is a rush and a nice reward after all that climbing. This is just sped up a little bit, but it's close to real time, and it's a rush to be going down this part of the hill, reaching like speeds of about 40 miles an hour. And on a bicycle, that's a rush, especially after all that climbing. And then get back down here to Skyline, and then back down Canyon again. And we're just going to kind of wash, rinse, and repeat, taking Canyon Court down to Highland Road left, climb back up again. Yet another descent. Now we're getting close to the end of the ride. We are now above Washington Park and the zoo and Hoyt Arboretum. Got to watch out for pedestrians here. This is a great descent. We're really getting close to the end of the ride now, and this is just such a beautiful descent. We are dropping down. We'll shortly be in Washington Park, and just some great turns, great descent, super rush. Love this part of the ride. It's such a nice reward after all the climbing I've done. So this was recorded on a Sunday, and coming up super speedy, and then we get this. Yep. And I'm thinking, well, do I pass this car? Does it know I'm here? Is it going to take a quick left turn and find a parking spot? What exactly is it that you're doing? Stopping for pedestrians that don't exist. Okay, well, we'll just keep going. I am getting a little frustrated. Do I pass on the right? Are you going to turn right? I'm not sure. Oh, okay. You've got your left turn signal on. Super. I'll pass you on the right, and then we won't have to deal with you anymore, because you clearly don't know what you're doing, and so I'll just pass you on the right here. And wait. Oh, you're going straight. Well, that's funny, because you had your left turn signal on. I thought maybe you were going to turn to the left. But no, you're just going to brake in the middle of a street with nobody around. Okay, screw you. I'm going by you. That's just ridiculous. Nobody drives like that. Oh, and so did you not know? I have flashing lights. I've got all this stuff, bright colors, but you're like, no, I'm just going to pull out in the street because there's nobody behind me. Screw you, bitch. Yes, that's what I have to say. So, heading on down, I got a few cars, some brake lights. Maybe I'll go by you, but you're just stopped right in the middle of the road. There's two of you, and which one of you is going to pull over for me? You will, thank you, but no. You're gonna just kind of hog the whole road. Perhaps you'll do something, maybe pull over to the right so I can no, you're just gonna stop right in the middle. Okay, screw you too. Oh my goodness. So anyway, yeah, I am trying, but so back descending we go into Washington Park. It's lovely, new reservoir being built. It's beautiful down Vista here. Left turn, get out of my way. And we're close to the end, and you're gonna just pull right. There you are. I just say go on ahead. Thank you very much. I've had it with you cars. And we're close to the end of the ride now. Just a few more blocks and we're home. Max train goes by, security guard on the left. It's a Sunday, so I know there's going to be lots of cars in the church, but oh well. Nobody is going to stop me from having a nice end to my bike ride today. So there we are, heading back home. All in all, a beautiful ride. A little frustrating there at the end with motorists who don't know what the hell they're doing. But you know, that's what we cyclists have to kind of contend with from time to time. Not that we know everything or that we are perfect. I certainly am not. But anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like and a subscribe, and hopefully someday you'll see me soon on my next video. Thanks so much for watching, and until I post my next video, I will say goodbye.